Hello everyone. My topic is deadlock prevention in distributed databases. So let's start with what are deadlocks. A set of processes are said to be in a deadlock if they wait for happening of an event caused by others in the same set, or a deadlock is a state of database system having two or more transactions when each transaction is waiting for a data item that is being locked by some other transaction. We know starvation is long waiting and a deadlock is infinite waiting. Hence, every deadlock is starvation, but every starvation is not deadlock. A necessary condition for deadlock are mutual exclusion, hold and wait, no preemption, and circular wait. A deadlock can be indicated by a cycle in a wait for graph. So let's see example. Here T1 is waiting for data item X which is locked by T3. T3 is waiting for Y which is locked by T2 and T2 is waiting for Z which is locked by T1. Hence a waiting cycle is formed and none of the transaction can proceed execution and hence deadlock is occurred here. There are four mechanisms to handle deadlock. First is deadlock ignorance. In deadlock, which is used by Windows and Linux, in this we act as if there is no deadlock. This is also called as a ostrich approach. Then second is deadlock prevention, which is I am gonna tell you in brief in some time. In deadlock prevention, what we do is we try to disable at least one of four necessary conditions. Then the third one is deadlock avoidance. We try to distinguish system in safe and unsafe state in this mechanism. We use Banker's algorithm for deadlock avoidance. Then the last one is deadlock detection and recovery. In this mechanism, uh, first of all, this is most practical method which tries to detect deadlock and recover it. So let's see about deadlock prevention. So in deadlock prevention, one of the most popular method is pre-acquisition of all the locks. In this method, a transaction acquires all the locks before starting to execute and retains the lock for entire duration of transaction. So what we are actually doing here is we are trying to disable one of the necessary condition, that is hold and wait. So there are two schemes for deadlock prevention in distributed databases. The first is a wait die scheme. In this scheme, if transaction request to lock a resource which is already held by a conflicting lock by another transaction, then one of the two possibilities may happen. If the transaction which is requesting is the older one, then it is allowed to wait until data item is available. And if it is younger one, then it dies, means it is started with some random delay after some time with same timestamp. This scheme allows the older transaction to wait but kills the younger one. The other scheme is bound wait scheme. In this scheme, if transaction request to lock a resource which is already held by a conflicting lock by some another transaction, one of two possibilities may occur. If the transaction which is requesting is older one, then it forces the other transaction which is holding that data item to roll back. And if it is younger one, then it is forced to wait until resource is available. So this scheme allows younger transaction to wait, but when an older transaction requests an item held by a younger one, the older transaction forces younger one to abort and release the item. Thank you.